Hey everyone, thank you for being here. Welcome to a new week. This has been a weekend of, I would say, transformation and what is the word? What is the word? What am I looking for here? It's been transformative. Okay, what I'm hearing is inner growth. Inner growth has happened. So what is leading us into the coming up week, Spirit? Hi, I'm Holly, energy reader, psychic medium. I guess I need to start with that, huh? And I'll show you this in a minute. But yeah, let's get into the energy of. I like to start with that before I do a general reading. So, what is the dominant energy and vibe for this coming? I feel like it's going to be for this coming week, not just the day when you see this. I'm making this on Sunday for Monday. For the coming week. Okay, well, this is welcome. I'm hearing prosperity. Because, oh my word, there's been a lot of extra bells here lately. And everything's so much higher. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. We all know why. But anyway, prosperity. Okay, this means it could be external to you in terms of actual wealth. But I feel like this is more of an internal prosperity, prosperity of wellness, of rejuvenation. Ah, that's the word I've been seeking. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Rejuvenation in terms of health, wellness, your relationships at all levels, not just romantic partners, but friendships, everything is going to become a lot more clear in the coming days. And that means this week, get ready. Oh, and in America, this is Thanksgiving week. Well, I'll be here like normal. There's going to be a greater sense of autonomy, I'm also hearing for some of you. Huh, interesting. So some of you may just choose to get up and walk out if you're having the big dinner. If you're not, this, for some reason, I feel like this is the week you are coming into your own fully and unapologetically. So good for you. And what I'm also getting is you're right, so don't back down. Okay. All right. So I went to a thrift store and I found this for $1. And I had to pick it up because I don't know if you can tell, but it's iridescent, which I love. It's purple, even better. It's a tumbler, stainless steel, yay. But the message, oh my gosh, I almost cried. I hugged it. I probably scared the people in the store. But it says, sometimes you forget you're awesome. So this is your reminder. I love it so much. So I just have some water in it just because, oh my word, I've had a lot of coffee today. Let's put that there so you can see it. And then I also, I have across from me a table, and I know I'm getting to the reading, I promise. But I have on the table, I've had this there this whole time. I love frogs that much. This is just a little ceramic frog. Little chip there, but that's okay. We're all a little broken, I think, at points. And yeah, I found it. Gosh, I don't know how long ago. I've dragged this around with me everywhere. Just this cute little frog. So I thought, all right, that's perfect because you know what? I am doing so many of. I love this deck so much. And I do have to look at the name every time. The Little Frog's Guide to Self-Care. Okay. All right, let's see if what this says. All right, I just did a quick shuffle and an open to the middle. Just as the world is, excuse me, just as the world is always changing and evolving, so am I. That goes along with the vibe. That goes along with the current. All right, let's get one on the other side. I haven't looked at it yet. So here we go. So this is part of the current. This is part of the energy. This moon is significant too. I think we're getting ready to come up on. There's been so much astrological stuff going on. I don't know if it's a new moon, a full moon, whatever. This one looks like it's starting to wane a little bit. But even so, live your life and live it fully. Whatever you've got to do, okay? But just as the world is always changing and evolving, so am I. Perfect message. All right, we're going to put you right there. Hey, little froggy, let's put you where people can see you. All right, and the second one, I will let go of self-limiting beliefs. We've had this one before. I love that too. The pink boots. Oh my gosh, it's just wonderful. I love it so much. Okay, so let's put this here. Now, on to the general reading. Where am I going with cards today, Spirit? Guide and direct me in all ways. Mother and Father God, please come into this space. Please come into this reading. Help me to understand what it is I am to know. Help me to understand what it is I am to do. Give me the words. Imbue my thoughts with your energy. Help me to understand what is happening today for the collective. And protectorate, always stand guard. This one. Okay. Ideals Tarot. All right. So here we go. Let's see what comes up. Let's see what comes up for the collective. I only use cards for general readings. So say it with me, everybody. This is a general reading. Only take what resonates. And some of it may and some of it may not. Your body will let you know. Your body is your biggest psychic tool. I have always said that and I have taught a lot of development classes. A development group and a development class are two different things. Just be aware of that. Development group is mainly just guided practice. What is the message for the collective, please? What is the message for the collective? This one was making its way out. What is the message? I want a flipper, please. I want one to jump and somersault in the air so I know unequivocally that that is the one I'm supposed to see. What is the message for the collective, please? All right, we don't have one. This one did the same thing, though, with the other one. All right. One more time. What is the message for the collective, please? Like that. All right. What is the message for the collective, please? What is the message for the collective, please? That one. Okay. Caught it before it fell on the floor. Thank you very much. All right. All right, so these two actually came out on their own. These two were wiggling out. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. And on the bottom of the deck, 5 of Cups. Okay. What's on the top here? 4 of Cups, and I just dropped it. Okay. We are coming out of, it feels like a lot of, I heard emotional harvest. This could be interesting. Okay. Emotional harvest. Spirit, help me to know what that means, please. You are moving out of your victimhood, and if you are feeling aggressive or assertive or just fiery in general, that's okay. That's okay. You're not going to stay in this heightened energy for long, but it is necessary to pull you up and out of where you are. Meaning, you're just not going to take anything from anyone. You're just not going to take it. You're not the person. It is not the day. It is not the week. You're not the one. That's what that means. Okay? So, all right. So now we've got the 6 of Pentacles. This is not a good past. This is not going back and balancing scales and blah, blah, blah. No. This is an egomaniac. Look at that. Look at him. Male, female, whatever the situation, it doesn't matter. It's about the energy. This person thinks that they control everyone's outcome and that the scales of justice are on their side. No. Take a look at that person's life. How's it working out for them? This person has okay, so if this is someone from your past, this is the past they need to stay in, okay? Because this is someone who's arrogant, arrogant, cocky, too full of him or herself. This is what I always used to call someone who's so full of him or herself, they're about to explode. Okay? And it's not good. And then the people on the ground just begging and hoping for a little crumb. Breadcrumbing. This person was breadcrumbing you. This also has a cult-like feel. It feels as though, and I'm not saying that's what it is, but there's this person expects people to follow without question and grovel. That is so wrong. All right. The next card, the Seven of Cups. Now this is someone, it feels like this person still feels like that person who's standing, still feels like their energy, because they're all kicked back watching either a monitor or TV screen with all the choices. Almost like, well, let's see. This is someone who thinks they can pick and choose who will be best or what situation will be best for him or her. Not good. Again, it goes back to this kind of mentality. This is someone, okay, if this is someone from your past, and I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I want to clearly let you understand the dynamic here. If this is someone from your past, and it could be romance, friendship, family, employer, it doesn't matter. But there was an individual who led, I'm hearing movement toward you or about you. So this person, whomever this is in whatever area of your life, that might be why I got that rejuvenation feeling of this week that you're about ready to say, you got the wrong person. So this, if you have been having extra weakness, fatigue, fear, doubt, I have a feeling you're empathic enough that you're picking up on someone else sending that energy inadvertently. It doesn't have to be so nefarious that it's someone who's just plotting and devious, but they're just like that by nature. And if they're that insecure, you're picking up on that. Okay. Now, I do feel like this is in the past for a reason, because this person uses people like chess pieces on their own personal chessboard to see who they can get what out of. Not good. All right, now, the ones that absolutely flipped over. All right, so in the reverse, this is where it would have gone. You would have always been unstable with the Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. You always would have been unstable. You never would have had your happy ending. You would have been completely depleted and then tossed aside for someone or something that could fuel whatever needs that person had, because it was already starting, wasn't it? That's why that's in the past now. Spirit intervened. Thank you, Spirit. So we're going to read these in the upright, because these came out on their own. And this one, the Four of Wands, shot way up in the air. All right, that was that one. This is the one that almost landed on the floor away from the table. So this is you coming up soon. It's interesting that we have 4 cards, because this is the past that kind of just almost didn't want to come out of the deck. And then these 2 are the future, which are brilliant and wonderful. So we're putting the other 2 back in the deck, and we're not going to worry about those. 4 of Wands. This is such a happy card. It is celebration. It is making peace within yourself, within your own life, with all the things you want. It could be a relationship. It could be the right job. It could be prosperity of whatever form you want. But this is a lovely card and a positive outcome, because you left the past in the past. Because you are, and it doesn't matter male or female, but you are the Queen of Pentacles energy. You have that energy about you. Prosperity, little bunny rabbit. Prosperity, groundedness, wellness. You always will know how to take care of yourself and those that you love, that are in your circle. You thought perhaps that this person was in your circle, but they were only in their own. So you are moving into a place of groundedness, abundance, and I'm hearing wonderment, which is lovely. So if you've ever been questioning questioning your place, if you're questioning what it is you're supposed to do, if you're questioning whether you've been too harsh, or if, because people are going to, we're still in retrograde, people are going to start coming back in. People are going to say, well, I was just thinking about you, well, blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, you know what? What were they thinking? You need to take care. You don't need to do anything. This is general reading, okay? But my suggestion is that you take care of yourself. When you are in a healthier place mentally, emotionally, spiritually, the mind, body, spirit connection, that's when you can take care of other people the way, hopefully, they will also step in and take care of you. Yeah, no, I have flowers here. These are fake, but they look good and they're pretty. So they'll be there and never go anywhere, because I have cats and they like to chew on even fake plants. So I can't have anything living really, except if it's up so high they can't get to it or they don't notice it. But yeah. So anyway. Yeah. Okay. I know that was just a squirrel moment, but I just thought, oh, you're probably wondering why I have plants back there now. Okay. So let's see. What else? So that was to validate where you are. That was to validate that, and that might be that you've had enough mentality and the prosperity that was in the vibe for the coming days. I feel like it's going to be a prosperity of understanding your place and a prosperity of your own health and wealth, your personal resources, your personal understanding of yourself. You know my favorite phrase, keep an open heart for yourself, for others. Keep an open heart. Keep your eyes open too. All right, let's see. What else? Oh, I know. This one, okay. Normally I like the Sweet Blossom Lenormand, and that's what I'm gravitating toward over here, if I could reach them. But instead, I'm getting the old style Lenormand. And these are read a little differently. Well, actually, they're read a lot differently. But that's why if we have things in this deck, I will let you know. Like the Moon card is not the same as the Moon in Tarot. And that's why rarely does anyone ever read. I mean, it's got to be, I don't even know of a situation where you would read Lenormand with a single card either. So, Spirit Guides and Guardians, beloved elementals, the creator of all things, help me to understand what to say to the collective. What is the message for the collective, please? Be definitive in your answers to, or your responses to the cards, to my thoughts, my questions for the collective, to help me know what to say, please. Okay. And I want jumpers. What is the message for the collective, please? What is the message for the collective, please? What is the message for the collective, please? Come on. All right. Maybe I had the wrong deck. We'll do the other Lenormand. We'll do the Sweet Blossom. That's funny. I'm just hearing, what do you want to know? What do you want to know? Oh, okay. Hold on a minute. Let's see if we can, thank you. Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, let's put that one there. Whole bunch just fell out. All right, those fell out. Oh, okay. All right, so two definitely came out on their own. The Clover and the Anchor. So let me just show you these first. Clover, Anchor, Woman, Stork, Heart, and then this is the one that just refused to leave my hand, the Cross. Okay, let's look at the numbers. With this particular deck, I like to look at the numbers. Card 2, and I'm going to add the numbers together if it's a double digit, unless it's a master number. So we have 2. Okay, and again, adds together to an 8, the anchor card. Oh, the woman card adds up to an 11, and that is a master number, so I'm not going to add that again, but it would be a 2, which balances out with the first card. 8, interesting, stork. Heart is 6. Oh my gosh. Okay. Huh. We have card 35 and card 36. Okay. And a 9. So, okay. Here's what I'm getting from this. And there are a lot of parallels in the numbers here. And so I'm not going to... The take on that is that your prosperity will also be in the form of incoming people. It could be a singular person. It could be more than one. But I don't know if it's going to be this week. I feel like it's going to be the week after, maybe. Sometime before the end of the calendar year, moving maybe even toward December. But I do feel like by the beginning, before February 1st, there's going to be someone new coming in for some of you. This could be a community of like-minded people. For some of you, it's going to be a child. Some of you may be, and I specifically am hearing adoption. So I don't know if that's a pet or an animal. Well, the same thing. An animal or a human child. I don't know. But I feel like there is an adoption taking place by February. There is... okay. So that's what this is, the basis of this. It is positive. It is a positive reading. Okay, there is a gift that is going to create stability. There is specifically a female energy involved. So it could be a female human or animal that is being adopted, or it could be someone that is going to help direct you with the things you need to know about yourself. And for some of you, this could just be me telling you, hey, you got something good coming. Because that's what the stork is. The messenger of new life. The messenger of new relationships. The messenger of new prosperity. Because there were a lot of 8s in here too. The messenger of a healed heart. The closing out the cycle of any woundedness, fear, betrayal, and loss is what I'm hearing. This is incredibly positive. So it's almost like you had to go through what happened with the Ideals Tarot in order to fully understand, and I'm hearing the word respect, to fully respect the groundedness, wellness that can come from a healed heart and the end of a cycle of betrayal. You are getting ready. For some of you, it is going to be romance. For some of you, it's going to be a partnership, but this will be the one that will be equally matched, and it will be a partnership for the rest of your life. For some of you, it's going to be an opportunity. I feel like there's a work opportunity or an opportunity for someone that involves signing a contract, or just an offer is being made. And this offer that's going to be made is going to elevate you to a place where you are so sure you understand what you're supposed to be doing with the rest of your life, or at least for a big chunk of it, about 10 years worth, I'd say. And that's a big chunk. So we've got a few things going on here. And there could be more than one, depending on if this is your reading or not. And remember, this is a general reading. But we have someone who's about ready to adopt either a pet or a human child. We have someone who could be, well, somebody could be stepping into grandparent mode too, because I feel like, and that is it's sort of your kid, but not really if you're the grandparent, ideally. So that could be also what I'm seeing as adoption, because it's sort of like you get to hand the kid back. So it could be if you have a child of childbearing age and they don't want a kid, you may want to let them know to be extra cautious. So there's going to be an expansion of family in some way like that. But there's also, aside from that, if that is not yours to take from this reading, I do feel like someone is coming in, and for the other part of you, it's going to be either community, relationship, and I also just heard wellness. So you are going to understand there's someone out there who's going to help you with a wellness project on yourself that you're doing. Okay. That will make sense to the person when they hear this. All right. Because you've closed out chapters. You closed out that at first seemed like a charismatic leader, but then ended up being just a usurping, creepy person. When you closed that out, that is when your abundance, that is when your wellness, that is when your groundedness, that is when your connection to all that is divine within yourself flourishes. And that is when you bring in what happened with the Lenormand. You closed out that previous chapter, and then all of the luck in the world followed you. You find the right person, people, group, family, it doesn't matter, but it's going to come in very quickly, and it's going to, that I feel like is going to, the process is going to start, like the kernel's going to be in your head of the thought, and then it's going to open up. I think I keep seeing February 1. So February 1, I have a feeling that's when someone it's going to be official, and it's going to be right in front of you, and you're going to know what to do. So there's going to be some activity toward it before then. February 1st should prove to be a fun day. That should be interesting. All right. So we'll see. And I think that's all I've got right now. All right. All right, everyone. Thank you for being here. Be well. Take care. And it feels like it's finally the week of you standing up for yourself fully, without feeling like a victim. That's important. So without feeling like a victim, you are finally standing up for yourself and saying, enough. Enough. Keep playing those games, but don't play them with me. That's a big deal. That's a big statement to make. All right, everyone. I am sending you love and gratitude, and we will reconvene tomorrow. And as I said, I will have a reading every day this week, so don't worry about that. And be well. Take care of yourself. Bye.